Imagine sinking your teeth into a warm, crusty roll that crackles with every bite, releasing a flood of tender, garlicky pork steeped in a tangy, spicy sauce that dances on your tongue with hints of paprika and white wine, the aroma of sizzling meat wafting through the air like a siren call from Lisbon's bustling streets. The Bifana, that iconic Portuguese pork sandwich, has been a staple of Lisbon's culinary scene for generations, born from the working-class neighborhoods where quick, flavorful meals were essential for laborers and artisans alike. Tracing its roots back to the early 20th century in the Vendas Novas region, it migrated to Lisbon's Tasca taverns, those cozy, unpretentious spots where locals gather over simple yet profound dishes. Culturally, the Bifana represents Portugal's love affair with pork, a nod to the country's Alentejo heritage, where pigs roamed freely, feeding on acorns that impart a nutty richness to the meat. It's more than food, it's a symbol of conviviality, often enjoyed with a cold beer amid lively conversations, embodying the Portuguese saudade, a melancholic joy in everyday pleasures. In Lisbon, places like the historic Casa das Bifanas have perfected it, drawing crowds who crave that perfect harmony of textures and flavors, a dish that has evolved yet remains true to its humble origins. Yet, so many attempts to recreate or find the best Bifana fall short, often resulting in dry, flavorless disappointments. Common pitfalls include overcooking the pork, which turns the tender loin into tough, chewy strands because the high heat causes the proteins to tighten and expel moisture, leaving you with a sandwich that's more chore than delight. Another mistake is skimping on the marinade time, as impatient cooks rush the process, missing out on the enzymatic breakdown that tenderizes the meat and infuses it with depth. Without at least a few hours, the flavors remain superficial, like a whisper instead of a roar. Using the wrong bread is equally disastrous, opting for soft supermarket rolls that sog through under the sauce's weight, robbing the experience of that essential crunch, which comes from the slight fermentation in traditional Portuguese papo seco rolls that creates air pockets for a light yet sturdy structure. And don't get me started on neglecting the sauce's balance. Too much spice overwhelms the palate, masking the pork's natural sweetness, while too little leaves it bland, failing to achieve the umami explosion that defines a great Bifana. My method sidesteps these traps by emphasizing patience, precise techniques, and quality ingredients, drawing from Lisbon's masters to ensure every element sings in harmony, delivering a sandwich that's juicy, aromatic, and utterly addictive. To embark on this journey toward the ultimate Bifana, we begin with selecting the pork, opting for thin slices of pork loin or shoulder, about a 1/4 inch thick, because these cuts have just enough fat marbling to stay moist during cooking without becoming greasy. Why the loin? Its lean profile allows the flavors to penetrate deeply without overpowering the meat's subtle porkiness, and the fat renders slowly, basting the slices from within. Start by preparing the marinade in a spacious bowl where you'll combine a generous pour of dry white wine, say a cup for every pound of pork, because the wine's acidity tenderizes the meat by denaturing proteins, making it supple, while its subtle fruit notes add a bright lift that cuts through the richness. Add in several cloves of minced garlic, at least 4 or 5, as garlic's allicin compound releases during crushing, infusing a pungent aroma that evolves into a sweet, nutty depth when cooked, enhancing the overall savoriness. Sprinkle in a tablespoon of sweet paprika, which brings a smoky, earthy warmth without heat, coloring the marinade a vibrant red and coating the pork for even flavor distribution. Don't forget a teaspoon of hot piri-piri sauce or crushed red pepper flakes for that gentle kick, stimulating the taste buds and encouraging saliva production for a more immersive eating experience. Season with sea salt and a bay leaf or 2, the salt drawing out moisture to create a brine that locks in juices, and the bay adding a subtle herbal note that evokes Lisbon's coastal breezes. Whisk this together until it's a cohesive, fragrant liquid, the scents of wine and spices mingling like a symphony warming up. Now, submerge your pork slices in this bath, ensuring each piece is fully coated, and let it rest in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, ideally overnight. This extended marination is crucial. The acids work slowly to break down tough fibers, resulting in meat that's fork tender, yet retains a satisfying bite, and the flavors meld, creating layers that unfold with each chew. When it's time to cook, heat a wide skillet over medium-high flame with a drizzle of olive oil, just enough to shimmer across the surface, because olive oil's high smoke point prevents burning while imparting a fruity undertone that complements the pork. Why medium-high? It allows for a quick sear that caramelizes the exterior via the Maillard reaction, those beautiful brown bits forming amino acids and sugars into complex flavors, while keeping the inside juicy. Remove the pork from the marinade, reserving the liquid, and pat the slices dry with a paper towel. This step is key to achieving that golden crust, as excess moisture would steam the meat instead of searing it, leading to a pale, soggy result. Lay the slices in the hot pan without crowding. You might need to work in batches to maintain the heat, listening for that satisfying sizzle as the pork hits the oil, releasing steam and aromas that fill your kitchen with the essence of a Lisbon Tosca. Cook for about 2 minutes per side until they're browned and just cooked through, the edges curling slightly as the proteins contract, ensuring they're not overdone. Aim for an internal temperature around 145 degrees Fahrenheit for that perfect pink center, safe yet succulent. Transfer the pork to a plate and tent with foil to rest, allowing the juices to redistribute evenly, preventing them from spilling out when you assemble the sandwich. Now turn your attention to the sauce, pouring the reserved marinade into the same skillet, scraping up those fond, the flavorful browned remnants with a wooden spoon, because deglazing incorporates all that concentrated taste back into the liquid. Bring it to a simmer, letting it reduce by half over medium heat, which concentrates the flavors as water evaporates, thickening the sauce naturally through the starches from the garlic and spices. Stir in a knob of butter at the end, swirling it in for a glossy sheen and silky mouthfeel, the fat emulsifying to create a velvety texture that clings to the pork. Taste and adjust with a splash more wine or a pinch of salt if needed, aiming for a balance where the tanginess brightens, the spice warms, and the garlic hums in the background. The air should now be thick with steam, carrying notes of reduced wine and caramelized pork, a scent that's intoxicating and promises pure bliss. For assembly, choose authentic Portuguese rolls or crusty baguettes, slicing them open but not all the way through to create a pocket that holds everything securely. Why these rolls? Their chewy interior absorbs the sauce without disintegrating, while the crisp exterior provides a textural contrast, that audible crunch amplifying the sensory experience. Warm them slightly in the oven first, toasting just enough to revive their freshness and make them pliable. Layer in the pork slices, 3 or 4 per sandwich, then generously spoon over the hot sauce, letting it soak into the bread, mingling juices that drip tantalizingly. Add a dollop of mustard if you like, the sharp tang cutting through the richness like a knife, or keep it pure for that traditional Lisbon vibe. The climax arrives as you plate this masterpiece, perhaps on a simple wooden board with a side of crisped fries or a fresh salad, the steam rising gently, inviting that first bite. Press down lightly on the sandwich, hearing the bread yield with a soft crackle, then lift it to your mouth, the warmth enveloping your fingers, the sauce glistening. That initial crunch gives way to the tender pork, exploding with garlic and spice, the sauce coating your lips with its tangy embrace, textures dancing between crisp, juicy, and soft, flavors building to a crescendo of satisfaction that lingers long after the effort. This Bifana is worth every moment of effort because it transports you straight to Lisbon, capturing the essence of a dish that's simple yet profound, rewarding your patience with unparalleled joy. It's not just a sandwich, it's a story on a plate, a celebration of flavors that connect us to tradition and each other. What hidden gem in Lisbon have you discovered that serves an unforgettable Bifana? Share in the comments below.